Hello everybody, welcome to my 2019 December Daily album flip through. This was actually the first album that I ever completed in real time in 2019. So I started off with the 2x2 page protector and then had my reason why and some little ornaments that the kids made. These are the movies that we were watching at the time, and this ended up being a really strange year. This was the year before COVID, the last Christmas before COVID, actually, in hindsight. But my husband got really sick, and really sick, actually, this year. So, like I've said before, I like to document the positive, but I like to have the not so great stories in there to balance everything out. It's just a Santa that we have at our office, and then this was a picture in the hospital room, actually in same-day care, when we were trying to figure out what was going on with my husband. In the meantime, I was doing the normal Christmas stuff, cleaning out the house, wrapping presents, and I got exhausted, and that was just me cuddling with my dog, who actually we lost during COVID. There's our little guy. This is actually a Hallmark card. Over here, I am doing a bunch of flip-ups. This was day 10. All of these are just individual flip-up cards that I folded in half, adhered to the page, and then put photos. And I think I digitally put the numbers on those photos, actually. Then large photo for the win. This was something that I scrap lifted, I think, from Allie. There was some page that kind of looked like that, and so I went to my Silhouette and designed it. Another 2x2 page with kids running around like crazy. And then on the back, I actually wanted to put a full-size photo, which I could have just adhered to the back of that, but I kind of like to cut those up into 2x2 squares. There's our Christmas card. Then my mom was here, so we spent some time at the park with the kids, and it was beautiful for December in Kansas. This was another scrap lift. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I think there was actually a cut file or something that Allie had, and I just went ahead and made my own with my Silhouette, which I love being able to translate ideas. Little shaker pocket, and when we went to go meet Santa, which I will tell you guys, this was the most magical Santa that we have ever met, or the most magical experience we've ever had with Santa in the past. So it was just such a wonderful memory, even though, well, no, nobody cried that year. So that's a win too. That was just a paper clipping from a catalog that my daughter, something that she wanted for Christmas. And then I like to write letters to everyone in my family. So these are the letters to the kids, and it's actually using the wrapping paper that they had picked out for themselves. And then I cut out their initials in vellum and stapled those onto the front, and then had the little fold or flip up to house the letter to them. This was an unexpected snow day. We don't ever get snow days. It doesn't snow enough here. And then this was our son took our first steps during December. So I love documenting the everyday as well. Or maybe that's not the everyday. That is definitely a special moment that just happened to happen in December. My holiday Christmas party for the office. Snuggles with the baby, which he's the third child, so I feel like we've got to do that with all the other kids, but not so much with him. And this was the year that I actually cleaned house and set up my craft room. We had been living in this house for a couple of years, and everything was just kind of piled into the room that was supposed to be my craft room, and this was the year that I finally got that done. Oh, I love also that page. I actually made a page and then just put the 23 on the side with my Silhouette again, just cut that out. Journaling on the photo, I always love doing for something very simple. And this is another page that I love. So this is a full 2-page spread. So the picture goes from left to right. And then in the middle, I did this little Christmas tree that actually opens up to have a 2-page spread as well. So really love how that turned out. Using some 6x8 paper to just fill in and some templates. And then that was an ornament that my daughter made at school. I like putting those in there if they will fit. They don't always fit, and they always kind of seem bulky. And then the end is usually a celebration with my dad. We usually do that a little bit later in the season. So I like to add that story. Sometimes I add it earlier on in the book if I'm going back and I need to fill in pages. Just use it as a story instead of by day. I do it both ways. I do it chronologically, and then sometimes I just do it by the stories. So this was a joy to complete that year, especially with everything else that we had going on. And thank you so much for watching.